Hello, Kris. It's Wednesday, and I had basketball tryouts today. So, the first bad thing that happened with my basketball tryouts was the fact that we had to run a mile in the beginning. It wasn't so bad for everyone, one of those persons being me, but it's still a mile before actual practice. The second bad thing about basketball practice today was that we did more running besides the mile. So we would play basketball for a little bit, and then we would run. And then we would play basketball for a little bit, and then we would run. We would play. I am not going to bore you with that pattern. Dude, really like your pubs! And also, I wrote the poem that you asked me to write. One big battle on this day of life's bitter end. The fight for possessions without rationality. We kill when we will be killed. The world will be executed, but not today. December 21st, 2012! I would also like to share one of my favorite poems. It's from a movie, and I would like you to name that movie. Once more into the fray, into the last good fight I'll ever know. Live and die on this day. Live and die on this day. Name that movie. Oh, I wrote a poem about Mr. Valley, and I think it's funny. There once was a man named Valley, who sometimes dilly-dallied, for when he gets to talking, he won't be ever stopping until he gets his grand finale. It's a limerick. I know what that is, because I do poetry. Son. You said that rhyme was old school, and you really have to watch out for it. But where would we be without rhyme? A perfect example is Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, which is really long. So I'm not going to do the whole thing. Another key point that he uses in it is repetition, and it's such a classic, and everybody should know about it all the time. I will read you the last 3 stanzas for the world. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Aidenn it shall clasp a saint maiden, whom the angels named Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels named Lenore? Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest, and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from out my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never flitting, still is sitting, on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeing of a demon's that is dreaming, and the light lant o'er him streaming throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted evermore. And that is a great poem. Open heart. He told me that once he forgot himself, and his heart opened up like a door with a loose latch, and everything fell out, and he tried for days to put it all back in the proper order, but finally he gave up and left it there in a pile, and loved everything equally. That is by the book that Kate gave me, Going Somewhere Soon, by Brian Andreas. It's a good one. That does not use rhyme, but whatever, because it's still a poem. Because it's beautiful. Kris, another form of poetry that I really like is riddle poetry. So here's one of my favorite riddles, which I also consider a poem. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, mouthless mutters. And in your next video, you can tell me the response to that riddle and also what movie it came from or book. But it's gonna be a movie. Are you so excited? I am so excited. It comes out December 14th, and I am so excited. Kris, I will see you tomorrow.
There was one more thing that I wanted.